Once upon a time, in a serene kingdom surrounded by lush forests and rolling hills, there was a beautiful lake known as the Enchanted Lake. It was said that the lake had magical properties, and its waters sparkled with a mysterious light, especially under the full moon. In a nearby village lived a kind-hearted young woman named Aisling. Aisling was known for her generosity and her love for nature. She often wandered through the forests, caring for the plants and animals, and she had always felt a special connection to the Enchanted Lake. One day, as Aisling was walking by the lake, she noticed something unusual. The water, which was usually clear and shimmering, was now dark and murky. The usual sparkle was gone, and the once vibrant fish seemed to be swimming listlessly. Concerned, Aisling decided to investigate. As she approached the edge of the lake, she saw a small, golden fish struggling near the shore. Its scales were dulled, and it looked weak. Gently, Aisling scooped up the fish and held it in her hands. "What's wrong, little one?" she asked softly. To her surprise, the golden fish spoke in a faint, trembling voice. "I am the guardian of the Enchanted Lake. The magic that keeps this lake alive is fading because someone has stolen the moonstone that grants it its power." Aisling was alarmed. "The moonstone? Where can I find it?" The golden fish weakly pointed towards the heart of the forest. "The moonstone is kept in a hidden grove deep within the forest. But be careful. A wicked sorcerer has taken it, and he has placed many traps and illusions along the way." Determined to restore the lake's magic, Aisling set off into the forest. She followed the golden fish's directions, moving carefully to avoid the traps she had been warned about. The forest was dense, and shadows danced eerily around her. Despite the challenges, Aisling's resolve was unwavering. After what felt like hours of navigating through the dark forest, Aisling finally reached the hidden grove. It was a beautiful place, illuminated by soft moonlight and filled with the scent of blooming flowers. In the center of the grove stood an ancient stone pedestal, and upon it rested the moonstone, a radiant gem that glowed with a silvery light. But guarding the moonstone was the wicked sorcerer, a dark figure cloaked in shadow. His eyes gleamed with malice as he saw Aisling approaching. "You dare to take what is mine?" he sneered. "The moonstone's power belongs to me now." Aisling stood her ground. "The moonstone belongs to the Enchanted Lake and the creatures who depend on its magic. I am here to restore it to its rightful place." The sorcerer laughed cruelly and raised his staff, sending a wave of dark magic towards Aisling. But Aisling was quick. She dodged the attack and, thinking quickly, used a charm she had learned from her grandmother to create a protective shield around herself. As the sorcerer's magic collided with the shield, it shattered, revealing a hidden passage beneath the pedestal. Realizing that this was her chance, Aisling leaped through the passage and reached the moonstone. With great effort, she lifted the moonstone from its pedestal. As she did, a brilliant light filled the grove, and the sorcerer's dark magic was dispelled. The sorcerer, powerless now, vanished into the shadows. Aisling made her way back to the Enchanted Lake, carrying the moonstone carefully. The lake's waters began to clear as she approached, and the golden fish swam eagerly to meet her. With a grateful smile, Aisling placed the moonstone back in its rightful place. As soon as the moonstone touched the water, the lake sparkled with renewed magic. The fish swam joyfully, and the waters shimmered under the moonlight. The Enchanted Lake was alive once more, its magic restored. The golden fish leaped out of the water and transformed into a beautiful water nymph. "Thank you, brave Aisling," she said with a smile. "You have saved the Enchanted Lake and restored its magic. As a token of our gratitude, we will grant you a single wish." Aisling thought for a moment. "I wish for the village and the forest to always remain in harmony, so that the magic of the Enchanted Lake can continue to thrive." The water nymph nodded and waved her hand. "Your wish is granted. The village and the forest will prosper, and the magic of the lake will be preserved." With that, the water nymph vanished, and Aisling returned to her village. The village thrived, and the forest remained lush and vibrant. The Enchanted Lake continued to sparkle with its magical light, a reminder of Aisling's bravery and selflessness. And so, Ashling's tale became a legend in the village, a story of courage and kindness that was passed down through generations. The Enchanted Lake remained a place of wonder and magic, thanks to the bravery of one young woman who believed in the power of doing what was right. The end.